Gale Force Winds had the privilege to be in conversation with sailors on board HMCS Harry DeWolf while they were deployed in the Caribbean. And welcome to another edition of Gale Force Winds, the Force-8-Home-Towners edition, right here on board HMCS Harry DeWolf in the Caribbean Sea, just off the coast of Turks and Caicos. And what a pleasure it is to be in conversation with sailors of the Royal Canadian Navy. So, Terrence, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Sub-Lieutenant Terrence Moy. I'm from Sydney, Nova Scotia, and I'm a naval warfare officer on board HMCS Harry DeWolf.
Grew up in Sydney, Nova Scotia, there in Cape Breton Island. Tell me about what growing up was like. What was your big motivators and influencers in life?
Well, growing up in Cape Breton, it's a small community. I grew up in Sydney, so it's a small town. Growing up in a small town, it's nice to get away from the small island, small community into the big city.
Any military folks in your family?
My father was actually in the Singaporean national service after high school. Wow. So he did 2 years.
That's interesting.
Yeah, in the Singaporean army.
Right. And when did your dad immigrate to Canada?
He immigrated to Canada when he was 25 years old.
Right to Cape Breton?
No, so he went to Windsor, Ontario first to do a university at the University of Windsor.
Wow.
We don't mind the pipes, do we?
No, sometimes when you're on a ship, right, there's a lot of things happening, and right now they're recovering one of the sea boats, and that's what that announcement was. So that's fantastic.
I know one thing, I got to get my sea legs here. I'm kind of bouncing around. It's pathetic.
Yeah, no, it really is pathetic, Jerry, watching you move around the ship like that. Terrence, so you said that you were a naval warfare officer and a bridge watchkeeper on board. Tell me a little bit about that.
So as a naval warfare officer, I know pretty much all of the aspects of the ship in terms of engineering, how the ship moves, driving the ship, all the organizations. So when I'm on watch, I'm on watch on the bridge. When we're sailing and underway, my position is on the bridge, and that's where I would operate the ship, run the program, and communicate with all the necessary personnel from all of the sailors all the way up to the captain.
It sounds like a busy job, and you're probably aiming to take over from the captain. Is that right?
Well, yeah, they tell us not to put limits on our horizon. So yeah, I'm in it for as long as I can possibly be in it for, and I'm not putting any limits on my my horizon.
Good for you, man. What's your favorite part about being in the Navy?
Being at sea is definitely my favorite parts. Being at sea, interacting with all of the vessels on the ocean, abiding by the rules of the road.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, man, it sounds like a fantastic job, Jerry. Can you imagine being this young man right now on Canada's latest warship in the Caribbean Sea and just living your dream?
Well, you know what? I can tell that you're really proud to be here, aren't you?
That's right.
And I'll tell you something. We're bringing a message from Canadians. We're proud of you. We're proud of what you and all this crew are doing. I think you have a presence in the Caribbean, but you're bringing Canadian pride to all over the world, and for that, we're truly thankful.
Thank you, sir.
Terrence, anything you'd like to say to the folks back home?
I just wanted to say hello to my family, my mother and father, my siblings, my older brother, my 3 younger sisters, and all of their families.
And they're all back in Cape Breton?
My parents and my 3 sisters are back in Cape Breton, and my brother is in Dartmouth in Halifax. So.
What a wonderful edition of Gale Force Winds right here on board HMCS Harry DeWolf, the Force-8-Home-Towners edition. What a pleasure it was to be in conversation with this young man here today, doing the business of Canada right off the coast of Turks and Caicos. Unbelievable. I can tell you this, the world needs more HMCS Harry DeWolf, and Canada needs more Terrence Moy. Thanks, Terrence.